From this moment on, you will now be known as Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Welcome, brother Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh-ha-ha!
Enough of the Sharkbait.
Sharkbait! Ooh! Well,
Alright, so now let's talk about the road to recovery here. It's easy to choke and give up when things go wrong, but now it's 3 weeks later. I have resisted, and I mean resisted, the temptation to completely take the tank down in the process and clean it, because you know you really want to clean it. But as you can see, 3 weeks in pain and suffering, and let me tell you, that tank was driving me nuts every time I looked at it. But now let me tell you how I addressed the issue. First and foremost, I'm going to start by saying that I did not panic and take the tank down. I did really aggressive removal of the algae by doing the water changes and trying to siphon out as much of that detritus as possible. And if you can tell here, oh, happy day it was when the zinnia started opening again and the tests started showing normal ranges, because as you can see, these guys are started to extend. This is week number 3. All through the month of December, it looked like stir-fried crap. And although these are still closed, if you look really close, and I'll move the camera in, they are starting to pulse and they are starting to extend slowly but surely. And now what was that sludge? Remember, you showed you that sludge has become a palatable algae, which is a good sign. There are several stages in algae. When it gets to this flowing hair algae, it is a good sign that the tank is in recovery versus that sludge and cyano. And I'm going to tell you why. My alkalinity is back up to 5, and I am waiting for a new digital alkalinity test. But using the Red Sea Reef test kit, the alkalinity has tested back at the 5 level. I'm trying to get it up to about 8. I have raised the magnesium over the course of the 3 weeks by dosing the tank 4 milliliters a day. And I'm going to tell you, it's really tricky dosing these tanks, but I'm going to show you what I use. This is it. These doser. I have them on eBay, so I'll put the description below. But you can pick these up in a dollar store. But what I like about it is I don't trust going by those cap measurements, a cap full, especially when you want a detailed dose for a tank that is small. So I dose less than a cap full. I dose 4 milliliters. 4 milliliters of 2-part bulk Reef Supply 2-part solution. I dose 4 milliliters, and I dose 4 milliliters of magnesium. So I noticed, and a few people will tell you that you'll notice when your magnesium levels start coming up to where you want them to be, you see how that algae came off of there? I can use my little extension feed tool to literally remove it manually. Let me try to get a closer view. I don't want to have this really long video, but just to show you the recovery, I'm going to take this piece here and suck it in. Look how it comes up. And now if you look, there it is. You know, it is very tedious. There is nothing easy about it. And what I'm also going to show you is, instead of the filter socks, I use these pads. And why I use the pads, look at that. That is what I just pulled up in the syringe. I can dump it into the filter pad, remove the filter pad, and what I do is I keep a dozen of them cut and ready to go. I buy them by the roll. As you can see over there, that is a roll of filter floss, about 10 feet. And your corals will bounce back. As you can see, versus 3 weeks ago, the tank looked like a car wreck. Hit it, spent, hit a bus, the bus flipped over, hit a train, the train caught on fire. But now everything is bouncing back, and it is a test in patience. it is a real test of patience, but I wanted to show you start to finish because I know I get a lot of offers for people taking tanks down because things like that happen. Once again, pulls it right out, dump it into the filter floss, and repeat. So I want to thank you guys for watching. You know, I'm sorry this thing is so long and try to keep it as short as possible, but I thought it was important to show you that it was bad for a long time and it took a lot of work and it can bounce back. So this is D signing off. When things go bad, it takes a test of patience, but got the magnesium back up, got the alkalinity back up, I got the salinity a little bit high to get the levels back to where I wanted them to be, and everything is bouncing back nicely. I want to add too that I lowered the daylights even lower. It's running probably 70% on the 12,000K at 10x and maybe less than 10% daylight. I know that leaves a few, but that's because I have red in the spectrum and green, so I do have the reds running. So till next time, this is D signing off. Hope I didn't talk you to death. You can survive when bad things happen. All right. Peace. Leave your questions and comments below. If this has happened to you, leave a comment below. Tell me how you addressed it. If you did, you didn't. I love to hear from you. And now it's time to sign out. See ya. Tank on, everybody.